Meghan Markle and Prince Harry should not bring Lilibet to meet the Queen, according to Express.co.uk readers. In a poll that ran from 10 a.m. on Sunday, March 6, to 8 a.m. on Monday, March 7, Express.co.uk asked, "Do you think Meghan and Harry should bring Lilibet to meet the Queen?" A total of 7,639 people cast their votes, and hundreds of comments were left below the accompanying article in a lively debate. Overwhelmingly, the majority of voters, 81%, 4,896, said no, Meghan and Harry should not bring Lilibet to meet the Queen. Just 22%, 1,048, said yes they should, and a further 2%, 119, said they didn't know. In the comments, it was clear that many felt that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had damaged relationships with the rest of the royal family too much. Username Malo2Lorca said, "They have totally disrespected the Queen and the family. They then call their daughter the Queen's pet name, totally despicable." Others felt that the Sussexes may use the visit as a PR stunt. Username Jeanette1958 said, "Not if it means they are using her as an excuse to get the security they are demanding. Make a private visit by all means, but don't use it as a PR stunt." And username Suddy61 wrote that in their opinion, if they wanted to bring her they would have done it ages ago. The only way they'd ever bring her out if they would gain something from it monetary-wise or promotional-wise. Meanwhile, username BudBud said, if Harry and Meghan had truly wanted the Queen to have met Lilibet, they would have already done so, privately, and returned home to California without the public finding out about it until after the fact. Others agreed that if they were to bring Lilibet to meet the Queen it should be a private affair. Username Nell said, "I think the Queen would like to see them, so do it privately because we all know they have publicity, don't we?" And username Mrs. Mitchell wrote, "I very sadly had to vote no to them bringing the Wheeless to meet her great-gran. I would like the Queen to meet her new great-granddaughter in person, but the Henrys would make such a spectacle of it in their presence that I have to hope it doesn't happen." Username PhilCo58 said, "Yes, for once I believe they should use a private jet, self-funded, and bring both children to see their great-grandmother, without any fanfare, no press coverage, just as family members." However, some argued there was little point in Lilibet meeting the Queen. Username Moses Morgan said, "No, there is no point. Their children are so young they would not remember the Queen, and since they will be brought up in the USA and not be part of the royal family anyway, I think it is best to leave things as they are." While username Madgran47 wrote, "The Queen has enough children, grandchildren and great-grandchildren to keep her happy without them visiting. All the attention would be on Harry and Meghan and not the children. I am sure Zoom is enough for her to see them and communicate with them." Tom Bauer, who is currently working on a biography of Meghan, told Closer magazine the former royal will regret moving her husband and two children away from the royal family for their new life in Montecito, California. He also claims that the stubborn mother of two will regret cutting ties with her father Thomas Markle. Mr. Bauer claims that both of these factors see the couple being isolated and that they are alienating their children who risk growing up without other relatives around them. He said, "I believe Meghan is a very stubborn person, but I think eventually even she'll realize that this isolated world she and Harry built for themselves was a poisonous choice. They seem so desperate to control the narrative that they can't risk anyone else influencing it, but this will simply cause more damage to them in the future, when their children grow up with no family around them." The couple's youngest child Lilibet shares her moniker with Her Majesty the Queen, 95, but she has yet to meet her great-grandmother in person. While Lilibet's brother Archie, who was born in May 2019, has reportedly not seen members of the royal family in the flesh since his parents left the country and moved to Canada in late 2019, before relocating to the US in March 2020. It comes following Thomas Markle's appearance on ITV's Good Morning Britain, GMB, earlier this month, where he discussed the current state of his relationship with his daughter. He told GMB that he will not be pursuing legal action to gain visitation access to his two grandchildren, and instead was calling for the Sussexes to hold a family reunion. His parents Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may have the royal titles of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But for their son Archie, he's plain Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, as he has no royal title. However, this could all change in the future and he could become a prince with a HRH style, and it's down to a rule set down more than 100 years ago. But will only happen when his grandfather Prince Charles becomes king. The tradition stems from Harry's great-great-grandfather, George V, when he issued a letters patent in 1917. A spokesperson for Debrett's previously told The Mirror, in 1917, King George V ordered that only the grandchildren of the monarch would be entitled to use the style of prince or princess and HRH, The only exception to this order was that the eldest son of the Prince of Wales would also be entitled to use the style HRH and Prince.